Welcome back to the Phakisa Freeway and more action now from the Extreme Festival. Great to see the amount of work that's been put in here by the Free State government and the Gambling Liquor Tourism Association, who managed to catch up with their CEO to find out how much work they've actually got into it.
The fact that we see everybody here today bears testimony to the amount of work that has been done. And I must say our team, they have never disappointed. And I must also give a big word of gratitude to the teams that are participating here today at the Phakisa Extreme Festival. It started yesterday with practice rounds. Today is the official program for today, and it's a blast. It's a pity we don't have the fans as we usually have. It could have been much more better without the fans, but the program must go on. But for us, it gives us an opportunity to tell the market and the racing fraternity, Phakisa is still open for business. It can always get better.
Great to see the amount of work being done there, and let's head straight into the Pozidrive Volkswagen Challenge and see if they're going to be able to use the work that's been done to the circuit. They've got Dunlop tyres on them. Those Dunlop tyres are going to be pushed to the limit, that's for sure today, but look at all the field that have pulled in here for Pozidrive. It's a big field, and it's been an incredible season so far. Rory Atkinson has been the dominant factor at the front end. Will he be doing more of the same? And can we see Dion Holiday Jr. and Farhan Basha going at it, possibly for Class B? Remember, there are 3 separate starts for this category, and as they head down towards turn 1 and everybody clears the grid, we're going to watch Class A head down towards turn 1. Baldy Mikey's trying to get the inside there of the BHIT machine of Rory Atkinson, but it looks like Atkinson might have the outside line, and yes, gets the whole shot into turn 1. Bevan Masters goes side by side there with Mikey's, and right on their tail, it's a Funamava. Good start there from Darby. Let's see if we can keep it all together. Nice start as well from the M&N monitor system there of Dion Holiday Jr. He's got a bit of pressure coming initially there from Creel. Nice start from Robin Creel. And here comes the Class C's as they head down towards turn 1. Is it going to be Gossman? Yes, Gossman around the outside, pushing it to the limit and right on his tail there. Look out for Karodia and Philip Cruiser. Adrian De Beer just behind there in the red machine, looking for a chance to get to the front end. Let's go back to Class A. Around the outside of the toe of the boot goes Darby Funamava, looking for a way through there on Bevan Masters. He'll have the inside line for the Coke bottle as they come towards turn 6. He's on that inside line, and that's it. Done and dusted. The Universal Healthcare car sneaking through and getting up into third place. But there's some pressure coming from behind on Masters, from Masters. Wayne Masters closing in there on his brother and looking for a chance now to close in and get past Bevan. In the mid-pack, look at this, starting to sort things out. Class B's in full flight here. De Silva trying to close in on Charisse Funamava. Funamava just soaking up the pressure. And you've got Ngrini coming through there as well, just behind that Kwanda Makwena in that pack 2 Class C's. A massive field of Class C's, and in fact some more Class C competitors joining us for this part of the season. We go on board here with the T-Rex Racing Machine and Creative Ink car of Robbie De Silva. And you can see, problems there. Charisse Funamava out of shape. Charisse Funamava gets completely out of shape coming out of the fast right-hander heading towards Geelkop. And as they came out of Geelkop, you can see a couple of cars caught out by that too. And there's another tag. Car stuck in the middle of the circuit, and I don't think, who's that? That might be Alna Cruiser. Yeah, Alna Cruiser coming through there did not see the car that spun in front of her, and we had to go to a red flag. So let's go back and have a look at that from another point of view. As you can see, our drone shot's going to get it. The car spins out, and Alna comes through. A couple of cars avoiding any potential problems there. One of them is Sam Dale. He gets going again. But I think as soon as he gets going, he looks in the rearview mirror and he'll probably witness the attack of the cars that were stricken there. Robin Creel was actually one of the cars that went off there. The Calix car, you could see, just getting out of shape. Lights off and restart down towards turn 1. This time Volby Mikey's trying to squeeze up the inside. Cannot catch Rory Atkinson. Better start there from Darby. Doesn't have to worry about doing it down at the toe of the boot. He's got through turn 1. So Class A already heading down towards turn 2 as Class B heads towards turn 1. Another good start there. This time it's Creel. Robin Creel gets the whole shot ahead of Holiday Jr. And Holiday Jr., Dion had no answer there at all. And the same thing applies down in Class C. Great start from Adrian De Beer. He squeezes through and gets ahead of Gossman as they come through there for the first time. We're on board here with Dion Holiday Jr., the Monitor Net car, trying to find a way through there on the Calix machine of Robin Creel. And you can see just how hard he's having to work. These guys are working, guys and girls, working double time here, of course, in this category because of how abrasive the circuit is. And they're going to have to try and watch out for those tires and the tire wear through this first part of the day's proceedings. Remember, this is the second start for our Pozidrive Volkswagen Challenge. Class A's opened up ever so slightly there. Mo Dangle closing onto the back end here of Wayne Masters. And the Masters drive machine looking pretty good, but Dangle's all over him. No one has got an answer at the moment, though, to Rory Atkinson. He's pulling away from Voldy Monkeys and from Darby Funamava. And then it's the CPS warehouse car there of Bevan Masters. Performance Masters is Wayne Masters in full flight with a little bit of pressure now coming from behind from Mo Dangle, and Dangle having a much better start than in the first part. Holiday Jr. has got through. Where's Creel? Creel's gone missing. Robin Creel's gone missing. I'm not quite sure where she's ended up, but the Calyx car was at the front and is no longer there. Here goes De Silva in the second of the T-Rex machines, heading onto the main straight now to complete this lap in anger. You can see just how hard they're going to push. Charisse van der Merwe is back into the heat as well after that spin. Fortunate to get their car back onto the grid in time, but nowhere near the front end of Class B where she needs to be. This is the front end of Class C. De Beer with a bit of pressure coming from the Pozidrive car there of Gossman. Gossman has got a little bit of work to do to get through there. And oh, another big spin. That's not what you want. Philip Cruiser out of shape. The ATE man just not getting it all his own way through the final corner. And here come the Class A cars. Hopefully he's going to be out of the way by the time they come through there. But they are pushing it to the limit as they come through the Coke bottle and up towards the first part of the Incinis. First 4 cars now evenly spread. Masters just behind that, so I don't think there's going to be any answer there. They're coming up on the back marker. That is Cruiser, the car that spun out. So I did think they would catch and pass him, and they did. On the back straight, in full flight. Probably about 220 k's an hour as they pitch it into this right-hander. So lift off and then straight back onto the throttle there for Rory Atkinson. Coming to the flag. The top 3, though, are not going to be bettered. Bit of traffic to negotiate. Ooh, and a bit of pressure on Rory Atkinson. You can see how hard he's pushing. Runs wide and onto the dirty stuff. It's certainly not part of his plan. It just shows you how abrasive the circuit is and the lack of grip out there, and of course how these tyres are battling. But as he comes across the line, he takes the victory. Further back in the field now, who's going to take Class B honours? This is a battle further back in Class B as well, as Patel gets out of shape behind Mitch Kutsia. Kutsia hangs on, Patel does as well. Very fortunate to catch it through the fastest part of the circuit. But coming to the line, it is going to be Holiday Jr. to take the victory. He's a happy man, and he comes through there to beat out Foreign Basha and Stuart Mack. Class C is going to Gossman. He's just been able to squeeze through and get ahead of Adrian De Beer in the closing stages. Looks like De Beer might have made a mistake somewhere on track, because look at the gap that he fell back there behind Andy Gossman. Confirmation of Class A, B and C. It's Atkinson, Monkeys and Davy van der Merwe, Holiday Jr., Basha and Mack, and Adrian De Beer beating out Andy Gossman for Class C. Great to see Valdi Monkeys back up on the podium in the Pozidrive car. Let's catch up with him.
This track is very abrasive. The tyres are really taking some pressure and strain here. Towards the end, it started getting very slippery, but I was catching Rory at the end there. Although I actually think he was just managing it, and Davy was pushing very hard from third position. I think the second heat is going to be very interesting in essence from tyre preservation mode, and I think the last couple of laps are going to be very, very difficult.
A good outing for Sam Dale as well in the second of the Pozidrive cars down in Class B.
We had a good start in the first one, and then I spun out on the first corner. So thank God I got red flagged because we were able to start again. Second race was difficult. Had a bit of a change on the setup, and we need to change a little bit. But happy to be back in VW Challenge, and thank you to Pozidrive and Dunlop for the sponsors. And yeah.
Win a race car. That's exactly what you can do, valued at 200,000 Rand if you enter the competition that Pozidrive is running through this season. And you can check it out on their Facebook page. It's the Pozidrive Volkswagen Challenge. And try and drink some water through a mask, or not. Ready to go now for race number 2. On board with the Blue Belt Pozidrive car, Valdi Monkeys looking to go one better and beat out the BHIT Logistics car of Rory Atkinson. But that's a difficult thing to do this season. As you can see, he gets the whole shot again ahead of Main Squeeze as they go into turn 2. Once again, Masters versus Van der Merwe, and side-by-side action there between the CPS warehouse car and the Universal Motorsport machine. Heading into turn 1 again, it's Holiday Jr. who gets the whole shot. This time, looks like it might be Stuart Mack who got a slightly better start there up into second, and he has outgunned Sam Dale. Look out for Robin Creel looking to return to the front end. Andy Gossman beats out Adrian De Beer, and the 25 car coming through there, a new man, Mohamed Korodia, having a super job here, and a much better start in Class C. Back up to Class A, and Davy van der Merwe pulling slightly away there from Masters. Masters has got, looks like, is that the Sabertech car? Yes, it is. Derek Smallberger just tucked in between the two Masters cars there in the Sabertech Polo, and looking for a chance now to spoil the day there for Wayne Masters, first of all, and possibly for Bevan just ahead of him. A nice start as well coming out of Sam Dale, as you can see, fighting hard there, trying to find a way through, but not an easy maneuver to do down in the Class B category. Charisse van der Merwe applying massive pressure, and that massive amount of pressure now starting to be felt by Kwanda Mokoena. Kwanda Mokoena is a very, very good driver, but of course had a season of note and a baptism of fire in the season in the Polo Cup, but now moving across to Volkswagen Challenge, he's going to have even more of work cut out for him, and look at how he's having to go defensive, and that back straight away. They come flying through there. Stuart Mack in third place at the moment, looking for a chance to close things down there. Just ahead, you can see the battle starting to rage. And then Sam Dell in the second little battle. Here comes Cherise van der Merwe applying the pressure onto the back end of Quantum McQuena trying to just avoid all the attentions being shown there by the young lady. Very, very good driver there. And both of them youngsters at heart, pushing it to the limit. Class C, though, starting to open up ever so slightly. And Carodia actually closing down on De Beer. They've got about 2 car lengths up to Gosman in the Pozidrive car, but as they come through the final turn, Andy Gosman controlling things. This is one of the best starts we've seen out of that man, and Carodia is certainly showing that he's got what it takes now in Class C. Car stricken on the left-hand side here, on the right-hand side of the screen as they come down towards turn number 1, so a little bit of issues there. Yellow flag, so no overtaking into turn 1 until they get that car out of harm's way. As they come through there, Class C continues. Back up towards the battle once again. Cherise van der Merwe looking for a way through there on Quantum McQuena. McQuena tries to shut the door. He comes across ever so slightly on Cherise van der Merwe. Could possibly squeeze an opportunity there. Cherise looking for a way into the toe of the boot as the leaders in Class B come through there. This is a fantastic start to the race day here for Class B, and second heat is definitely a little bit more action-packed than what we've seen. And look at the action now heading towards the Coke bottle. It's Cherise van der Merwe on the outside, Quantum McQuena on the inside as he comes through there nicely. Forces a slightly different maneuver there from Cherise, and then it's Robbie De Silva all over the back of them waiting for a mistake. Down the back straight goes Class A. There's third place in Class A. That is the Universal Motorsport machine of Davy van der Merwe sliding through the penultimate corner. Very tricky corner to get right. Look at Bevan Masters closing in on him, and then it's the Sabertech car of Smallberger. This time Rory Atkinson keeping it on track, not as much pressure on him as it was in the first heat, that's for sure. He's opened up a controllable margin. The reason being is that we've lost Monkeys. There he is. Voldy Monkeys has got a problem. Voldy Monkeys has dropped back and looks like he could be in a bit of trouble there and might not be able to finish this one up. That is certainly not what he wanted. So as we went into this is Voldy Monkeys' point of view, and this is why he lost the position he did. He spun out and headed straight into the inside tyre barrier. Oh man, that's going to be big. And of course that's once again testament on how difficult this track is and how abrasive it is on the tyres. It just, the lack of grip out there is just atrocious, and it just shreds up the tyres as well when it does get some grip. So the CPS warehouse now of Bevan Masters is sitting in third place, and Davy van der Merwe has got a bit of pressure coming big time from the man in third and Masters. Class B, though, the Monitor Net car just staying up ahead and controlling things in Class B for another victory, looks like. And is that going to be the case for Holiday Jr. ahead of Mac? C's is Gosman, still with De Beer all over him, and Adrian De Beer can't find a way past this time. Coming to the checkered flag. A little bit of pressure here from Wayne Masters on the back end of the Sabertech car of Smallberger. There's only 2 corners to go. He's got to have a go down at Keelkorp if he can. As they come through for the checkered flag, it's the BHIT machine of Rory Atkinson with a double victory on the day. This time, much more controlled and a lot more space between himself and second place, Davy van der Merwe, who will come through for the second spot for Universal Motorsport. Bevan Masters will finish up in third place. This is the battle for Class B, and as you can see, it started to rage right into the closing stages as Mac could see an opportunity to possibly spoil the day there for Holiday Jr., but it didn't work out in the end. Jr. taking it from Stuart Mack. And once again, it's Andy Gosman for Class C's as he comes to the line, beating Adrian De Beer, and a nice little battle there between the two of them right to the closing stages. Mohammed Karodia coming through for a third spot there. Let's get confirmation of the results though. Atkinson from van der Merwe and Masters, and that's Masters squared there ahead of the Class B honours going to Junior and Class C going to Andy Gosman. Let's catch up now with Rory Atkinson after a great day and a double victory.
It's a fantastic day. It started in qualifying yesterday. Well done to Voldy and Darnie. Shame Voldy had an off in the second one, otherwise he was really putting a lot of pressure. But it was just a great day's racing, and thanks for the other guys and the good competitiveness.
Double win in Class B for the Monitor Net car here of Dion Holiday Jr.
The first race was not that easy, but we got away with it. The guys behind me tussled a bit. The second race I had to work for it. Stuart kept me honest the whole time. But yeah, good points for the overall championship, good points for Class B. And a very big thanks to Monitor Net for making this possible, as well as all the series sponsors.
Another double win came in Class C with Andy Gosman in the Pozidrive Polo.
As the guys are coming with the pace, especially the new guy there, Adrian, it's his second year or so. He's come on well at this Phakisa racetrack. We need to thank Pozidrive for what they do for us and all the other competitors that we had today. It was a great weekend.
Let's have a look at the overall championship now, heading into the final round. Atkinson takes the lead, but it's only by 7 points ahead of Junior. So there's some big battles to be expected at the final round. Masters still in with a shot, and Stuart Mack down in fourth.